snap. What's up, guys? Happy Thursdays. I was just trying to set up some stuff. We set up some last minute play today on a bunch of stuff. What's up? What's up? What's going on? Oh boy. Yo, so we got some really interesting earnings today. We got Chewy, Lululemons, Oracle, Costco, Broadcom, VIA Resorts. Man, so many good stuff. Let's see where the market's gonna take us today, yo. And then market started flopping a little bit at the end of the day. So what's up? Who's on the Xtrades channel? Is that Tommy? Let's see. So we got Landlick Industries today. Earnings came out. Q3 EPS is 35 cents as opposed to 33 cents. Sales is 30 mil as opposed to 30.9. So that was a miss there on the sales. EPS was a beat. So they're making tons of money, but sales didn't hit. It says compared to last year, 69% decrease compared to EPS at 1.14, and about 27% decrease in sales compared to last year. So that's pretty reasonable. Landlick Industries is like they make a lot of protective gear. So they sell safety garments, accessories, protective, clothing market, and all that like, like when you watch the movie and there's like a virus, and then like, everybody's coming in that suit and stuff. That's Landlick Industries. So if we ever get like a super COVID Walking Dead kind of situation, go to their headquarters, find their manufacturing facility, and you be good. What's up? What's going on, Beefy? Mass Appeal, how you guys doing? Big Lusty Panda. Whoa. What did you end up swinging for tomorrow? So tomorrow we got a bunch of plays. What do we got? We have some coins. So crypto sector was a little bit iffy. A few of us discussed about it. If you guys are in my DM, I know a few of us were talking about how crypto sector was like iffy. It could either die or fly. We're leaning a little bit to the die side. I could tell you a little bit later about that as well. We got some GameStop that we're swinging as well. The 140 puts. We were gonna alert it for yesterday, but it was too expensive, so we didn't end up alerting it. But ooh, it's looking juicy. Then we got Costco, man. We got the Costco calendar. We got the 550 call side, 505 put side. And then we also did the oh, this is actually a duplicate. Let me delete that. And then I also did a last minute 540 lotto. Not today, yo. The other day I was getting stressed out. There was so much things stressing me out the other day, man. Jeez, couldn't catch a break. What direction do you see SPY going tomorrow from the CPI? That's a great question. So I think the CPI data wasn't that great, right? I mean, so let's pull up the economic outlook calendar, which kind of really like tells you a really good idea of how the data is looking like. If you guys never used the site before, definitely check it out. It's really good if you want to find out what stuff are coming up. Why don't we see the CPI data here? Damn, that was disappointing. Maybe it's not enough. It's enough relevance. So they have this thing over here where it's like importance of 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. and it shows you how much important it is to the market. We'll look at that a little bit after earnings though. But the market right now is looking a little bit sus. For some of us in the group chat, we were talking about it, that it could possibly come back down to test this area over here around 46.35 on /ES. It's also sitting in a really big like point of control area. So this area is point of control. If it doesn't break above that point of control, the POC here, then it's gonna come down. It's gonna use as resistance. If it does break over, it's gonna make new highs. But I felt like we had such a strong move on the upside that it might be reasonable for us to just have a little bit of chill pill. I think Guru talked a little bit about that this morning as well. All right, yo. So LULU came out. Let's check this out. Yes, indeed. Voice is echoing? Shouldn't be. Good afternoon. What's up, Mario? Cup of magic. SPY play out how we wanted to in a way, I guess. Costco down a little bit. Costco dumping a little bit already. So LULU, let's check out LULU. Ooh, LULU dumping, man. So Lululemon's Q3 EPS is $1.62 as opposed to $1.41. Sales is 1.5 billion as opposed to 1.44. So that's a beat. 39% increase compared to the same period last year, and 34% increase in sales compared to last year. Let's see. Last year's stock was trading around $370. Before market close, it was trading around $420. So it's pretty reasonable increase compared to last year's, and at the things that at the increase that they're gaining at, the price is at a reasonable level. Let's see. Let's check it out. They said third quarter demonstrate tremendous growth and ongoing strength. Oh, they said they acquired the other company, Mirror. I remember that last quarter we were looking at. That was a pretty cool, pretty interesting thing. Gross profit increase. Things are looking good. As long as they don't talk about their supply chain issues, it's probably not going to drop. They did talk a little bit about here. CFO. Our team continued to execute at high level, which it has enabled our Q3 performance and upward revision to our guidance. We're pleased with these results given the ongoing industry-wide supply chain issues we continue to navigate. While there are several large volumes week ahead of us, we feel well positioned for a strong end to 2020. So they said for the fourth quarter, Q3, they made about 1.5 billion. They said for the fourth quarter, we're just gonna count like the September to December quarter, right? The months. They said they're gonna make about 2.12 billion. Wow, that's nutty, dude. Oh my gosh, this is a very strong guidance. They said next quarter, forget it. It's gonna be a little bit. The EPS is gonna be a little bit behind estimate, but it should look pretty good actually. Expect the margin's definitely gonna get hit, but next quarter looks really good. This quarter was really good. It doesn't seem like supply chain issue affect them as much as we thought it would. So maybe the same thing will apply to that Nike earnings coming up, and I'm sure that Nike with the Nike Land launch, That could be pretty bullish too. But I wish Nike would come back down a little bit more though. What's up, terribly happy? I feel like this is Omar. Bouncing though. Costco. How you doing? What's up, Buzzer? How you doing? Costco bounce, Chewy dump. Let's go. Let's see what 5 p.m. brings. Yes. Costco back up. The whole crew is here. Let's take a look at Costco real quick. So we got a little. Oh, the Costco ER. The Costco ER didn't come out yet. So let's look at Oracle real quick. Wow, Oracle just mooned again. What a move. Oracle's EPS is $1.21 as opposed to $1.11. Sales is 10.36 billion as opposed to 10.21. 14% increase compared to the same period last year, and 5% increase in sales compared to the same period last year. How's Oracle keep doing this? They keep like beating every quarter, and they've been grinding up for like all year long, man. Jeez. So a lot of Oracles move. They're just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Damn, Oracle's a beast. So after our move 88 to 94. Earnings per share is 1.21 as opposed to 1.11. Sales is 10.36 as opposed to 10.21. 14% increase and 5% increase in sales. We'll see. We'll find out, yo. I think Costco's at the end of the day, so it's gonna take a while for us to see that data. What is that? Is that the Costco thing? Oh, that must have been Oracle, because we were just talking about Oracle, right? I thought Oracle was gonna be a dead company, man. I'm surprised they came back so well. Leslie's also reported. Leslie is a direct-to-consumer pool and spa care brand, offering an assortment of products across chemicals, equipment, parts, cleaning, maintenance equipment. Interesting. I remember over the summer there was a huge supply chain issues with that, with the whole like pool and things like that. It's probably when they had that big run here. I felt like. Time to time we do play it. I mean, a lot of we have an earnings challenge in Xtrade where we play a lot of the calendars and stuff. So those are kind of like strangles in a way. We're playing like strangle versions, in terms of spreads. So American Outdoor brand common stock Q2 EPS 58 cents as opposed to 76 cents estimate. Sales is 70 as opposed to 82. This is a 24% decrease compared to the same period last year, and 10% decrease in sale compared to last year. So I think this was the other company that was trying to acquire SPWH. Guidance is pretty poor too, 2.02 to 2.21 as opposed to 2.27. Sales is 280 mil to 285 mil as opposed to 294. So I'm guided down a lot here. beyond strangle today. What's up, Spendo? Ballsy. How come? Why the beyond strangle? Tell us more. Oh, totally forgot about Chewy, man. So Chewy came back down to $52, hit as low as 50. Let's see what the Chewy data is looking like. So I think we did a play for $55 puts on Chewy. A credit. So you sow a credit on that? Ballsy, man. Spendo going to the next level. She's now selling strangles? Wow. Dang, bro. You gotta play with bigger balls, man. Gotta play with bigger balls. Selling $30 puts, yo. Ain't nobody buying that. What kind of degen be buying that kind of puts? Net sales of 2.2 billion grew 24% year over year. Gross margin 26.4%, expanded 90 basis points, so tiny bit. Net loss 32, including share-based compensation of 19 mil. Net margin of negative 1.5%, improved 30 basis points. So things are good. EPS should be good this quarter. Demand and consumer engagement remains strong through the third quarter, with net sales up 24% year over year, 86% on a 2-year stack basis. Very good. That's very good data, actually. So 24% year over year compared to last year, which was one of the best years, right? And then 86% on a 2-year basis compared to 2019, prior to that crazy growth from COVID. Yo, go big or go home. Sustained growth this year shows the soundness of our growth strategy. Just a lot of good stuff, I guess. So we should see some recovery tomorrow, maybe to 55, 56, and then hopefully those puts that we sold at 55, 56 will end up banking. So AVGO also reported as well. Let's see what AVGO says. Holy smokes. AVGO just mooned $30. Really good EPS, $7.81, beat 774 estimate. Sales is 7.41 as opposed to 7.36 billion. 22% increase compared to last year's. What was last year's data? At 400. Now it's at 583. This is a 14% increase compared to the sales of 6.47. So last year, company was trading around $400. Right now, is at $620. That's almost like a 50% plus increase. Pretty bullish. Oh, Costco did come out with the data. Where are we going? So it looked like it came down to 520s. Now it's moving to 531. EPS is 298 as opposed to 263. Sales is 49.42. Miss estimate of 49.56. This is a 30% increase compared to the same period last year. Wait, what? 99% decrease over sales of last year. Data doesn't make sense. It can't be 99% decrease. Yo, Bazinga trying to sabotage us. Bazinga reporting fake data. It says 99% decrease compared to the same period last year, 43.32 billion. But this quarter they reported 49.42. So how is that possible? You know, 99% decrease would mean that they have no sales. Gonna have to check back on this data a little bit later. So it says is a 16% increase. Hey, what's up? We took a look at LULU a little bit earlier. LULU had a really good ER, really good guidance across the board and stuff. Mountain Vale Resorts earnings per share is negative $3.44. Beat estimate of negative 362. Sales is 175 million. Miss estimate of 192. Says this is a 9.95% increase compared to losses per share from the same period last year. The company reported quarterly sales of 175 million. This is a 33% increase compared to 131 mil from the same period last year. So pretty good data compared to last year, but they're still struggling to lose a lot of money just because you know, it's tough. It's like they're like resorts and casino company that operates mountain resorts and ski areas, and I don't think it's that time. You know, last quarter wasn't probably the time for it to go crazy yet. Next quarter is probably going to be their best quarter. What the chwy says, chwy came back down to 51s. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to look deeper into their data. It says there was a huge sweep of $63 at 126 for some reason. They haven't really posted that EPS, but I think the EPS should be good because margins are up from last year. So they said the net sales is 24%. Active sales for customers also up a lot. $419 per customer. And their active customer is 20.4 million, which is up 15% year over year. So that's a lot increase. So this is the amount of customer they had last year, and this is the amount of customer they have now, they said. Gross margin is also up, they said. So the company net sales is up about 24% compared to last year. but they definitely pay a lot in stock compensation this year as well, this quarter. Their PowerPoints are pretty cool, man. Shows you all the data. Free cash flow came down a lot. What did they spend that money on? So they said they're gonna host a conference call at 5 p.m. So that's probably when we're gonna see the big moves. What was their number at last year? So last year the company was trading around $75. They had about 25% increase compared to last year. On the 2-year ago, they were trading at 33. What CEO? The Chewy CEO? Oh, Pet-ins? What is Pet-ins? I saw that they were doing the vet service. Oh, pet insurance. My bad. Ooh, that's pretty cool, man. I feel like a lot of I feel like a lot of like pet owners like have to get pet insurance, right? Because if you don't get pet insurance, it's so expensive. And if you get it but your pet is okay, then it's like a lot of money that's going down the drain. But I feel like because the cost is so high, it feels so necessary to get the pet insurance. So the chewy play, in a way, it was a strangle. Like in the theory, it's a strangle because we're playing like two very far sides. We're looking for it to go to two very far directions. But the calendar, it's like the calendar doesn't really justify it because it's like the type of play we did is calendar. But in a way, we played it like almost like a cheap version of a regular strangle because we're playing like two very far sides. Well, at least the call side is very far because we're looking for the put to stay around $55, and we're looking for the call side to essentially go to like best case scenario like as far as 70s, which is kind of possible too because they are talking about a lot of stuff. If the conference call is good, they could carry them up a little bit, but it's really hard to say. It also depends on what direction the market is going, and the market just kind of like pooped toward the end of the day. There was a lot of selling at the end of the day in the market. So it does say how much. Oh, the imbalance was about 750 million to the sell side today. Let's check out Alvago. Yo, it's starting to look like every single semiconductor company has been like the easiest earning to play. But I don't know why we always get so scared to play it, but it seems like every single um, chip company that reported earnings the last month or so has been consistently just like killing it, just like amazing quarter over quarter. It's like they cannot miss, yo. They can't miss. Revenue of 7.4 billion, up 15% compared to last year's. So Broadcom says they concluded the year with record fourth quarter results driven by rebound in enterprise and continued strength from cloud and service provider demand. Our infrastructure software growth continued to be steady with a focus on strategic partners. With the strength and breadth of IP portfolio, we continue to be able to uniquely deliver leading-edge, best-in-class semiconductor solutions and extend our leadership in our franchise market. Wow. That's crazy. When are they gonna... Oh, I was just gonna say, when are they gonna do a share buyback with all this excessive cash they have? So they said they're increasing their target quarterly common stock dividend by 14% to $4.10 per share. And they're also announcing a new $10 billion share repurchase program. That's hella bullish. Usually when the company have a lot of excess cash and they can't expand the company anymore, they usually buy back shares. So the insider can sell some without the stock going down too much. Wow. So the stock, in terms of net income compared from full year 21 compared to full year 2020, increased like 100+%. That's crazy. Just the amount of money they make in margins and stuff just increased so crazy. What's the market cap? Oh. Market cap is 242. 10 billion is actually only 4% of the stock price. So it's not that big. It's not that big of a share repurchase. It's pretty reasonable. But it's still, nonetheless, it's still pretty bullish, raising their dividends, all that stuff. It just means that they're just having a really good year, really good quarter altogether. And on the 1 year basis, they made double their money in terms of net income. So that's a lot, man. Even look at it on a 2 year basis, they're pretty cheap at this point because last year was pretty bad and they still closed out pretty good. So could probably see them go to like 660s at this point. Yo, they finally fixed the data on Costco. What a scam. Bazinga trying to G us because these guys are probably shorting. Nah, just kidding. It's probably a typo. But they like messed up the sales data too before. They put some other sales data. It was all sus, man. And then they're saying it was like huge decrease. Wow, they deleted that too. Can't even go back to that fake data. Wow. Dude, this is going exactly to that number I was thinking about too. So we like revised a separate DG play, and that was the 540 lotto play. So this was just a straight lotto play that I took on the DGen account because found out they were gonna beat the sales. Like we found out they were gonna beat earnings just right before that. So in order for that to play out, if they go anywhere between 530s to 540s, we would stand to make a lot of money. I mean, actually anywhere between 530s to 550s, based on the fact that they were gonna beat. We would potentially make at least 100%. Just on that move up. This is the 540 call side, but I'm kind of disappointed at that manipulation, man. But we also played the earnings challenge account as well. And on the earnings challenge account, I think we played the 550s. So the 550, we can still make money, but we just needed to like go past 535 and come closer to the 540 plus side tomorrow, which is possible. They did just have a really good earnings. I'm surprised not going any further. But that was huge manipulation there, man. Very disappointed. Let's check out some of the earnings from this morning. CVS also reported, they said they see the full year 21 earnings per share at $8 opposed to $7.98. They're looking for a really good year, and then they say next year they're making about the same amount of money in margins, but having a wider scope between 810 to 830 as opposed to 824 estimate. CIEN also reported earnings today. Actually, huge moved up this morning from yesterday, from 62 to 72. They've been dropping for quite a while. This quarter got beat up pretty hard, so that was reasonable to see that move. Actually, what the hell? I thought they were pretty beat up for a while. They said they're doing a share buyback as well. So usually when they do that, it's usually always very bullish. The company's market cap is only 9.6 billion. They're doing a share buyback of up to $1 billion. That's 10% plus share buyback. Because they have so much excessive cash of 1.7 billion, they, usually when company have excessive cash, they usually end up buying back their shares so that the company will own more shares of the stock, which in turn, when they report earnings, it'll make their earnings data look really, really good, especially if they're having a bad year. Even if they're not doing good, the data will look good because it'll be like, this is how much we made per share. So the EPS is gonna look nice. Saw a lot of sweeps on Chewy today across the board, even this morning. I think that's most of the earning from this morning, just CVS and CIEN. Is there any stocks you guys want us to check out or have us chart or even talked about? Let's take a look at SPY news today. Ooh, Governor Kathy says she will announce new policy tomorrow as more cases, the Omicron variant confirmed in New York. Oh snap! Is that why the market sold off today? She FUD the market. So that was reported around 3:38 on CBS, and then we came down at 3:48. Maybe that was the reason. I feel like we're already pricing in an increase in the CPI. Actually, let me look at that calendar again. So let me look at 2 to 3 stars. Looking at CPI data for this week. So CPI data, they're pricing in on the estimate is pricing in for 4.9%, as opposed to so that's tomorrow. It's pricing in for 4.9 as opposed to 4.6. So we'll see what the data come out tomorrow. But what that really means is that it's saying that inflation is going to be higher and higher because the consumer price index measures the change in price of goods and service, excluding food and energy. The CPI measures price from change from the perspective of consumers. It is a key way to measure changes in purchasing trends and inflation. A higher than expected reading should be taken as positive and bullish for the dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as negative and bearish for the dollar. So, how do we play that? We look at the dollar index, right? So, if they have a higher than expected reading, then the dollar index will go higher. If the dollar index goes higher, then it's naturally bearish for the market because that means cost is going up on a lot of stuff. So if this goes higher, if it eventually hits 100, which I wouldn't be surprised to see, and it would be good in a way because if it does hit 100, well, maybe not good, but it could cause maybe not good for like a lot of people, but that would cause anomaly in the market, and that could potentially cause the market to crash. So, and the other reason it can go up too, as you can see in the example of last year in 2020, right? We saw the CPI data go up a lot from, I mean not CPI, dollar index data go up a lot from over here from 96 all the way to 102, right? When it went from 96 to 102, that was just that was also possibly from supply chain issues, which we're also having now because last year we had a huge supply chain choke from like March to May, but that kind of worked itself out really quick as well. So we'll see. And like the supply chain issue usually never lasts this long, but this year for whatever reason, just I guess it's just so much things from that time that ship got stuck in the canal, the Suez Canal, and then like just a bunch of other stuff. Because I feel like if the demand hasn't really gone up, man, so I'm not even sure what's really driving it. Like, are people really buying the buttload more stuff? Like, are you guys really like out there spending money left and right, just buying stuff like nonstop? Like, what are you guys doing, bro? Like, what are you guys like still like buying, yo? Like, who is stacking up these containers, man? No, I think is honestly, I don't even think it's just like things stacking up because people buying so much. I feel like it might just be the workers, man. Not enough people working, and yeah, probably just they just can't unload the ships. Cause yo, I don't know about you guys, but I know personally me, I tried to help the supply chain issue by not buying as much stuff as last year. Like there are people that I used to like buy gifts for on like Thanksgiving and stuff and go visit them and stuff like that. Like I don't even do that anymore. Like and there were times like last year by now I would have like so much stuff by today, but I don't even do that anymore, man. Because I'm trying to help out the supply chain issue. I don't want the supply chain issue to become so bad that it crashes the market. I was just messing around. But we can check out Nvidia. You guys want to check out Nvidia? Overstock. I got you. I got you. What's up, King Dangling? With the put calendar, I have option strat showing 473 to 539 for break even. Call calendar, I have 517 to 5. Is this accurate? Are you talking about Costco? If it's Costco, you have to skew the IV back down a little bit to around 50% or less. or maybe like somewhere between 50 to 40, and that would be accurate. Damn, Spindle! I've been buying alcohol, bath bombs, and protein powders. Yo, did you catch the bodybuildings.com Black Friday sale? It was fire. You still can't walk into a store to get a PS5. I guess. That's true. They can't unload the ships. Interesting combo. Indeed. They have a nice little bump. That's gonna be very nice for our calendar, the last one. Hey, what's up? We got some more people on the YouTube side. Welcome, welcome. Tesla smacked me so hard today, bro. Hoping there's an uptrend in the market tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Dude, Elon Musk has been selling the stocks nonstop. You know, so Tesla is kind of scary, yo. I actually have a lotto play on Tesla, at this range, and if it stays in this range, if it stays somewhere close to like 950 by next Friday, I could potentially make bank. But I could care less if I don't make money though. I wouldn't want to see you guys get wrecked by Tesla though, man. But there was some bad news. I know that they said China's EV sales are starting to come down a little bit. There's some talks on the bigger side of like Bloomberg and stuff. There's some talk that says China is starting to go into recession. They said that apparently COVID has been really, really bad on them, and since things aren't recovering, the whole East Asia is kind of having like Southeast Asia is having a hard time recovering to pre-pandemic levels, just across the board, man. Just sales, tourism, and everything. So that's an interesting perspective to see because we thought everybody would be doing better by now. So what was that Tesla, right? Where's the Tesla magnet that I have? I think it's on page 2. So this is the Tesla magnet. Oh, it's actually to 930s. So if it hits 930 by next like Friday, could potentially turn $50 to like $1,000 plus. But even if it just get near that area, could turn $50 to $600-700. But it's like one of those super risky dicky plays. I don't even think it's gonna go there. Actually, it's pretty far away. It's pretty hard. Probably want to close that position. Like, because if Tesla starts going down right now, next level could even be like 855s. It's kind of scary. Nasdaq look nasty at the fall definitely tomorrow. You think so, man? I hope not. That would be scary, bro. Oh, what's up, Lord Miyagi? Let's take a look at Nasdaq real quick. Let's see what we think. Nasdaq did have a big drop today. But so far, Nasdaq's been staying this channel really well. Last time, I did kind of expect this move to come here. It was so close. I don't know why it didn't go there, man. It would have been nice if it just came down to that area. That would have been the perfect buying opportunity. But this one time, dude, it decided it didn't want to go there. That was kind of frustrating. I was waiting to buy the dip on a lot of cloud companies, on a lot of like tech companies, if it had gone there. but it just chill. It stopped dropping, and SPY actually ended up carrying the market up. So I'm still like hopeful for that line to recover. That would be a good area to buy a lot of dips. What's up, Andy? We could take a look at that tomorrow. Bodybuilding.com got robbed. That sounds like some nasty stuff, man. I don't know. Wonder Woman protein shaker for my birthday last week. Nice. Happy belated birthday. He has to sell all his shares, or all the shares that he said he was gonna sell by 12/17. Yo, what's with the Evergrande situation though? They just defaulting every other week now. Yo, I think I was actually watching about that on the news. I think they actually default. Like I have read about that yesterday. They said they confirmed default. So it's not even like they're just defaulting now. They confirmed default. So that could be kind of scary. And like the in Asia, like the real estate bubble is some of the people's like biggest holding, because the stock market isn't as safe. So everybody in Asia are like buying they're like a lot of people over there, since they can't invest in the stock market as well, they usually invest in the real estate market, especially in like China, because there's like a huge like um trust issue. There's just like a huge trust issue over there, where people are like very scared of the stock market, especially the the Hong Kong stock market, and the Shanghai stock market. And also there's just so much like there's so much there's just so much holidays too, so the market is also closed all the time. The government also have a lot of control of the market, so there's just so much different things. And because of all those factors, they started everybody has always just been buying real estate, and the real estate like scheme is just more popular there. Like how like we're starting to hear about all these real estate marketing schemes and stuff, and people always talked about how like, oh, buy real estate only goes up and whatever, blah blah blah. And then like, but over there in Asia, you just hear about all these really successful people for the last 100 to 200 years. And like, if you want to be successful in Asia, like you have to have like you own real estate. That's it. Like all real estate developers are omega rich over there for some reason. um because there aren't as much opportunity to be rich there, other than being a real estate mogul somehow. Because like there's only a few businesses, and most of them are just conglomerates. Best protein powder and drink is Cookies and Creams by Labrada. It's not bad. Everybody has their own proteins, man. Chinese company getting delisted. A lot of fun. So Nvidia kind of came down to the support right here. I feel like Nvidia could carry the market. I'm not sure. It's hard to say right now because AVGO just had a really good earnings, and the last few times, every time a company had a really good earning, chip company had a really good earning, it would carry the whole semiconductor market up. Um, so what was it? Remember, like I think a month ago, Qualcomm had a really good earnings, and next thing you know, everybody from AMD and Nvidia started moving up. So I think we could see that possibility happen on Nvidia as well. So we could see a nice bounce there. The whole chip sector has just been extremely vigilant, and resilient. What was another ticker you guys want to check out? OSTK, I think. Overstock. So Overstock, we caught a little bit on the after hour market, So it kind of hit that line. It was looking like a reversal on the daily, and then it was looking like a really good reversal on the daily off the bottom trend line here. Then in the 4-hour chart, it got rejected here. We haven't seen that recovery yet. This area needs to really hold. I think we talked about this. I think Buzzer asked the same question. Oh wait, no, that was for Wayfair, but they're kind of in the same thing, Wayfair and Overstock. So I thought Wayfair was gonna move up as well because yesterday Restoration Hardware had a really good earnings, and usually when Restoration Hardware has a good earnings, the whole three company move together, which is so like let's say over here, good earnings, right? September 8th. Oh, actually, they didn't move that much together, but they did see some recovery in Wayfair. This did see some recovery though. So I feel confident that we will see recovery. I think it's just a matter of when. Because if one of the furniture companies is doing well, most of them are usually going to end up doing well. So we're at a pretty interesting support area. This is the make or break line. So we're either going to come back up from here, we cover to $90, or we can potentially flop to the next area from here. But it's also going to depend on the market too, actually. Because if the market is not bullish, then it's going to come down with the market, right? Zero grams of sugar. Yo, you know what? I actually like the caramel from that brand. The caramel from RTD is really good. I mean that lab brand. What was the other stock you guys are asking to check out? Did I miss anything else? Oh, Restoration Hardware. So Restoration Hardware had a really good earnings yesterday. They moved up after hours, hit like this really high range here. They couldn't break through this this resistance here. I mean, they broke through, but this morning it came back down, kind of rejected a little bit, so it's coming back down a little bit. We could potentially see something like this, where last time they just came down, and then probably want to look for opportunity here to buy back up. But overall, I thought that was a really good earnings. SoFi, we can check that out. Oh, Amazon staying bullish tomorrow. Dude, let me show you what I'm looking at Amazon. So Amazon actually came back to this line that I had drawn here from a while back. This is not like a super accurate line. It's like this is like a in the range line, right? So this is the 35.20-ish, around that line. I drew it back from here. It's been like, this is like a interesting supply and demand area, right? So we kind of bounced off the bottom here, came back up. In a way, I don't know if you can see this. It almost looks like a head and shoulder. So you see this other shoulder right here? This is the head. What if this is the other shoulder? So if this is the other shoulder, it would look like that. So I don't know. I hope not for the people that are bullish on Amazon. But if they don't break above the resistance, it would be that head and shoulder would play out, you know, because that's what the lines are, right? Every line is like a wall, or like think of it like a glass, right? and like if they like jump at the glass and they don't break through it, you know, and they're just gonna bounce off it. So think of it kind of like that. So a lot of other stuff are kind of aligning that theory too. I don't know if you wanna, because today when SPY was like slowing down a little bit, so let me show you what I'm looking at. So I was looking at yesterday. We saw it slow down a little bit already, and then we had the point of control here on ES. So I thought we were either gonna break above or come down. And since like the market is mostly decided by these few stocks, right? Those 4 or 5 big tickers between Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix. Um, I kind of went over there to look at them, right? So Apple has been having a really good move the last few days. It's been on this bull flag, and then which turned into a bullish channel, where it's just like up, down, and up, right? So, but when it goes in the bullish channel and there's no resistance above, that's price discovery mode, right? So, in order for you to find resistance, and when Apple is going on the price discovery mode, you have to kind of like draw the trend line from the up range, right? So this is where Apple is at right now. We're drawing the trend line from here to here. You need at least 2 points to make a trend line. So from here to here, we can make this other trend line. So we're at the third point right now, actually. And this, if there was an area, if there was a likely and reasonable point for Apple to have a slight rejection, this would probably be it. This would probably be the area. I mean, the money flows like could crossing over, actually just cross over. Money flow just gone out today, and the starch is looking a little bit weak, looking like it wants to come down. So there's potential here for it to come back down, and if that does come back down, that could carry the market. And then if Amazon decides to do the same, where Amazon has the starch that already crossed over, and usually when it crossover is not that good, right? It could either be a fake out like this one here, or it could be like the real move down like here, you know. So there's like, I don't know, maybe I'm being biased, or maybe that is what they're presenting to us in a technical analysis side. So Facebook is also looking at the same thing. Facebook came back up, touching a little bit of the resistance here on the yellow line resistance. Not that the yellow line resistance is really useful on Facebook, anyways. It doesn't really like. It's not a line that's really accurate when you're looking at Facebook. So as you can see here, it broke over that line, back tested, broke over again, back tested, and then just kind of flopped from that line. So it's not like a super accurate line. It's not high success rate, but it is something to take into consideration. The pressure is getting a little bit weak here, looking like it's ready to cross over as well. Netflix had already rejected, even before hitting here, it already came back down, rejected, came back to this line. So maybe it will back test that area. And then Google also hitting this trend line here too, from these two area here. Last time the trend line didn't hold, so who's to know if this trend line holds this time or not? But it is at the point of control here, and point of controls are magnets, but at the same time, if something hits the magnet, it's either going to attract to it or reject it. So this could possibly come back down too. So a lot of things are at the point of in the middle, man. Either it's gonna bam break through it, or it's gonna get smacked from it. Realistically, even Microsoft, man. There's just so much things that are coming to the middle. So it's really a lot of indecision here. Honestly, you could either go this or this. So the play right now is probably a strangle or a calendar to either side. That's what it's looking like from the analysis today. Today, it feels like the perfect play right now is to play either directions, to play both directions, and see which direction plays out. Maybe short-term puts and long-term calls, you know, like on both sides, and see which one pays off well. Like if it comes back down here, close the put for a mad profit, and then wait for the calls to play out, but if it goes here actually that's a bias to the downside though. If you do a short-term put and long-term calls, that's a bias to the downside. So you probably won't get paid as well if it goes on the upside. But if your betting is going down, then you get the short-term puts. If your betting is going up, you get short-term calls instead of puts. So depends on where your bias is, you can make it suit and play accordingly. Thoughts on Nike earning run up? Hey, what's up, J Hop? That's a possibility. LULU just had a great earnings. It seems like even though they have supply chain issues, they still made buttload of money. So who's to say Amazon can't do the same, right? Let's check out SoFi. Got carried all the way there. Oh. Oh. A little head and shoulder setup here too. On a weaker shoulder though. But nonetheless. This is what I'm seeing. So got this $17 line drawn from here. Here. The other two times it was invalidated. This time it was invalidated. This time it did bounce a little bit there and then break over it. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, man. The Apple is going down that trend line. That's what the possibility is, I guess. I feel like that's a reasonable possibility for us on the bullish side. I mean, on the bearish side. Should I post this chart? So that's Apple. Let's post that SoFi chart too. Hey Jay, do you have what's your tag at our Discord? Never mind. I just put it in the discussion channel. Hawk? Alright. What's up, CP? What's going on? I'm not sure. I don't have that algo. I have the 007 algo. Should we do a 007 trial for the Twitch people on the algo? What are your thoughts on home builders? Potential short or too soon? Oh, good question. XHB? Home builder ETF. I mean, yo, if you guys want, I'll do it for you guys. All right, so for Twitch members that are or YouTube members that are on right now, shoot me a message. Shoot me a message at 007ofWallSt in Discord, and we'll get you a trial. My man says I would also like an hour mentorship trial. Yo, we do have free mentorship for our lifetime members, and then for anybody that does upgrade to the Elite Plus, I personally do offer most of our Elite Plus members the upgrade like this month or last month. I actually personally offer them risk management position sizing sessions because I want to see people succeed in the market, man. I don't want to see people like over position themselves and just blow up. It sucks to hear that. you know, because we work so hard for our money, only to blow it up for what? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times, like honestly, there should be no reason that we're blowing up, right? The only reason like people are really blowing up is just incorrectly position sizing, and that's at least that's what I believe. I think if you execute proper risk management and proper position sizing, and even if you follow like alert, you're gonna be successful. Even if you have no clue how to read the chart, you're still gonna be successful as long as you're just. It's all about risk management. All about risk management. Over trading costs. Yeah, 100% over trading is a huge issue that a lot of people have because trading is so exciting, right? There's nothing more exciting than gambling in the market. Actually, there might be, but for some of you guys, they might not. I don't know. So because of these things, sometimes you get too excited, um, and man, like anything in life, anytime you get too excited and you do too much of anything, I swear to God, it's always bad. Like when people say, "Oh, there's never too much of anything," yes, there is. Anytime you have too much of something, is always bad for you. Is always gonna mess you up. I remember talking to my friend the other day, and it's talking about like Twizzlers. What's that what's that black one called? Licorice, right? Licorice. Apparently, like if you eat the real one and like you eat too much of it, it can literally stop your heart and kill you. Too much money is never bad. Nah, too much money is definitely bad, dude. Because if you get too much money, man, you'll get disconnected. You get disconnected with like everything, and it just like puts you on a different. It just like puts you on a different perspective, man. What's up, Dr. T? What's going on? Hello, hello. Does it really? I gotta test this out. Too much money is never bad. But in regards to the fiat world, home builder ETF looks like a pretty good short. Um, if this trend line plays out. Let's see. Let's see if we can make a play for that. XHB. If you think that could happen, you think what do you think? When do you think this rejection can happen? How long would it take? From November 22 to November 30th. That's in a week. So if it does go down, it'd be 1 week. It would take 1 week. Yeah, just shoot me a message in Discord. Just shoot me a private message in Discord. Just say, hey, it's CP 208 or from Twitch or YouTube, and then and I'll look up, and then you shoot me we'll talk, and then you show me your trading view name, and I'll give you guys a trial. So XHB $85. So right now sitting at $85. Where do we think it can go to? It can go to 82. That's not even a big move, actually. That's a pretty small move. 85 to 82. So if it goes from 85 to 82, 85 to 82, if it happens anywhere from tomorrow to Friday, to next Friday, if this move happened anywhere from tomorrow to next Friday, you can make anywhere from $100 to $200 on the risk of only $62. It's pretty reasonable. 100 to 200%. Hell yeah. I'm gonna save this for you, Fiat World. All right, good luck, man. I'll play with you tomorrow. We'll see how it works. Hopefully it doesn't drop before we get in. You know, hopefully it doesn't drop before we get in. That's only based if this case happens, though. Like, if this happens, then it will work out. If that move doesn't happen, then we would get wrecked. Yo, maybe we should buy more time. Maybe we should go with the 23rd. Watch, we talk about it next morning, gap down to like $84, and we're just sitting here like, no. You know what's another ETF I like to play a lot too? XRT, but it's not as overvalued anymore, so I guess that's the next best play now, man. Dang. I was looking to see this being super overvalued. So last time I actually took it here because it would chop in this range so much, right? This is like the retail ETF, and it ran up so much because all the stores are having really good earnings, like Kohl's, Macy's, and all that stuff. They all had these phenomenal earnings, and they kind of drove the whole sector up. And then along with like GameStop, AMC, and things like that. But since GameStop and AMC has been flopping, this has been coming down as well, and it hasn't really recovered that much. I think AMC flopped a lot. But yo, I don't know if how many of you guys are holding AMC, but AMC came out with this ETF thing. So that's pretty interesting. AMC is giving out like an AMC NFT. I mean NFT for all the AMC shareholders. And apparently, if you have one of the AMC NFTs, you can potentially get free stuff later on. So for the AMC shareholders, you guys should check that out. That might be pretty cool. I saw on slickdeals.com though, so I don't know if you can find it on the website or anything. As in like going long, on XRT. I mean, you could potentially go long if it comes to the bottom of the line here around $89. I feel like they did mention the last 2 quarters. I mean, the last quarter earnings, Amazon, Wish.com, I think Etsy as well. A bunch of online retailers and the whole market had priced in a really weak Christmas season. So a lot of them were saying that they didn't expect this Christmas season to be a really good season for them. They didn't expect the sales to be really good. They're actually pricing a downturn in the sales because of supply chain issues and stuff. So I'm not sure. Based on that data, you would think XRT might not do that well, but that's also something that's going to be looked on like three months from now as well, right? Too. So hard to really say. Would you play closer or further from the money for 2 weeks out in XHB? Well, the play that we're doing here is a calculated risk, right? So we're selling the options chain really sucked though. So what we're doing is we're buying the $85 put and we're selling the $82 puts, which means we have a defined range of profit. We can't make more because we're buying the $85, which means we think it's gonna go from $85 to 82, and we're selling the $82. So the $85 is gonna cover the $82 range, and the cost difference, the cost that we're paying is for the difference in the strikes. So the strike is 143 and 68, so we're paying for that price difference. I mean, alternatively, you could just get the straight 82 if you're confident it's gonna go there, right? So let's say December 23rd. 82. So if you think it's gonna go there, there's a lot of premium, right? So there's a lot of premium. It would have to happen right away for you to really make money. It costs you about $68. It would have to happen right away. If it doesn't happen anywhere from here to next Friday, you would start losing money. It would burn against you. You know, every day it would just burn against you. Whereas the position that we're playing, um, even if it just like, even if it's just like slightly moves toward there, we make some money. And then if it gets there by, if it gets to that range tomorrow, we'll make 100%. If it gets to that range, by the 23rd, we'll make multiple hundreds of percents, right? We'll make 200%, you know? So that's why sometimes it's worth it to play the spread. Yeah, debit spread. Oh yeah, you can't play debit spreads on cash accounts because you need margins to play it. So um I would skip it altogether just because I know for a fact that the premium really sucks for these and that there's not a lot of volume. So playing a naked position is bad. Don't do it. Just open the margins account on Tastyworks or something, um, and play over there later on. There will always be other opportunities, man. Don't FOMO. There's always a lot of opportunities. Don't worry. When the market goes down, you can buy the move up. Hey, you'd be good. Don't worry, man. One train leave the station, catch the next train, man. You missed the bus, catch the next bus. You'll be good. Don't worry about it. But with that, we're gonna end it here. We'll be back here tomorrow around 5 p.m. I mean 4 p.m. to go over some of the other earnings, market outlook, see how our prediction is for this week, and good luck, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.